Hi. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Monday Coffee with the Doll. That would have been a terrible morning show intro. I have my coffee, some kind of chai, something, I don't know. We're so obsessed with coffee around here that, it's not just made during the morning. It's made all day. Yeah. I'm really picky about my morning coffee and my evening coffee. I like to have coffee in the morning, and then I like to have coffee in the evening, like after I bathe my kids. After I bathe my kids, after we've had dinner and we're sitting down to watch a movie or watch some cartoons while they have their last snack. I like to have my coffee, so we go through a lot of coffee, and I forgot to get coffee last time at the store because I had 2 screaming kids with me, and I'm pretty sure it's probably why. But now we're down to whatever's in the back of the coffee cabinet, the experimental shit where you feel all ballsy at the grocery store one night and you're like, I'm gonna try this super fancy strawberry champagne caramel macchiato truffle espresso. Sounds freaking amazing, and so you buy it, but then it's not so great. You make it and you put on something cute and you make sure your hair and your makeup is cute and you have that perfectly achieved relaxed home look, and then you make this fancy cup of coffee and you're like, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna either read my book or I'm gonna watch something on Netflix, and you got this fancy ass cup of coffee and you set the mood, you got a candle, and then you take a drink and you're like, it tastes like asshole, and so you just put it in the back. Put it in the back of the cupboard. Yeah, we're down to those coffees. But thankfully this chai whatever is not that bad. I threw some hazelnut in it. That's right. So, it's Monday, which means it's been another week, and we are back to square one. We are back to a brand new 7-day lineup of making the most of our lives. It's been an interesting week. Half of my week was spent with my cousin and her little boy, who came to visit us from California. It was the first time I got to meet her little boy, who's 2, and it was the first time she got to meet Charlie, my youngest, since he was born. We're really active in each other's lives. We text all day, every day, and she laughs and says that my kid, she's the daddy of my kids, and I laugh and say I am the daddy of her kid, because, we're not going to go there. But we're very, very close, so getting to see her was amazing to actually get to see her and hug her, and squish her little boy's cheeks and stuff like that. So we hung out most of the week, so it's been a pretty quiet week. They left Wednesday, so by Thursday and Friday I was trying to get back into my work week. I say that loosely, trying to get on a schedule, but I felt like every time I tried to do anything, something else happened. My 3-year-old I'm learning to embrace his personality, I guess I could say. Charlie is a wild one. I mean, on one hand, he's all boy. Charlie comes in like a wrecking ball no matter where he is. He's like a bull in a china shop. He's all boy. He gives no fucks. He's not scared of anything. He's very, aggressive with his demeanor. His personality is very, he says what he means. If I change my tone at all to where it's more serious, he goes, why are you not happy? Why are you being mean to me? And I'm like, I'm not being mean to you. I'm talking passionately about something. He says the weirdest things. But dealing with him on a daily basis has been a lot of work these past few weeks, because he's going through some kind of human stage where he's basically just a walking jerk all the time. And he doesn't mean to be. You can tell that when Charlie's a jerk, it's not like him trying to be malicious or mean. He just doesn't know how to express himself yet. So it's always very rough and just, ugh. So him and his brother get into it a lot because Ben is more, he's more like me in a sense. He's more quiet and doesn't want to be bothered, and you know, Charlie's like a walking little brick wall. So he's super funny, but I'm going through a lot with him to where he's just super clingy. Like everything that I do, anywhere, I can't leave the room for 5 seconds. If he's doing something and I leave and he doesn't know, within like less than a minute I can hear him go, "Mommy? Mommy? Mommy, where are you? Mommy, why'd you leave me?" Like within 20 seconds, under a minute at the most. It's ridiculous. You know, he helps me with my makeup in the morning. He's my shadow. He goes everywhere with me. So we're going through some attitude adjustments. He's banging at me through the window, right? He wants to basically be right here on my shoulder the whole, like all day, every day, especially if I'm doing a video. He likes to be involved in that. Him and my 6-year-old are the same way. Charlie right now will start playing with his toys, and then if I bother him while he's playing, he'll be like, "Shh, I'm making a video. I'm making a video." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm sorry. My bad, homie. My bad. I'm sorry." So I've just been spending a lot of time with him. And Ben's the same way. He wants to make videos. He's on me right now. He's like, "After you make your video, can I make my video?" And he wants to talk about how Universal Studios is going to be, I guess they're working on a Nintendo Land. And that's always been Ben's wildest dream, is that if Super Mario could just be real for one day. But now he's more into Luigi. He says that Luigi doesn't really get fair attention because Mario's always overshadowing him, and Mario's kind of a jerk, and Luigi doesn't get the credit that he deserves. So he's really more into Luigi than Mario. So that's funny. Here I am talking about my kids. But it's just been one of those weeks. It's been a week where like nothing crazy happened, nothing dramatic happened. I didn't get anything weird online. I did get tagged a lot of times. My boyfriend shared, he thinks it's funny to find like the most fucked up stories or links or anything girl related on the internet, and he'll send them to me, and he'll be like, "You know, your female followers need to be informed, and it's your job to inform them," and he'll always find like really stupid stuff. And recently he posted on my wall, I guess women are putting wasps' nests in their vagina and why you shouldn't do that. So I was tagged like a whole bunch of that. I don't know why, like people were finding it and sharing it and tagging me in it, and I was just like, I'm not. It's ridiculous. No. But I mean, my week's been pretty quiet. I've been doing okay, as far as being off my meds. I've had my moments where I can feel that I'm really on edge, and I'm just waiting to snap. I've been having a lot of really bad dreams that keep me up, so that doesn't help. But this week has pretty dominantly been taken over by my kids. They're funny little dork faces. They're so much like me, it's ridiculous. But it's been a pretty quiet week. It's just learning to balance this week. I thought it was going to be super easy, I guess, getting back into this now that I don't have to work and I can stay home, and I have such a supportive boyfriend who's constantly helping me with the kids and with life in general. We make a great team. But like I assumed it was gonna be super easy to get back into this and like blog and do videos. And first of all, it's really hard to get out of bed when you don't have to be anywhere. And I love sleeping. Like, I love sleeping so much. That's been my only, when anybody is like, what do you miss most about before you became a parent? I was like, sleeping whenever the fuck I want, like, undisturbed. That's the only thing I care about. But I'm trying to get back into it, and I thought it was going to be easy, and it's really not. So I'm trying to figure out the best way I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my channel. I'm trying to figure out all these things, and it's hard because, like, I'm so dedicated to my kids. I never want to tell them to wait. Like, they're like, Mom, and I'm like, I'm right here, present, hello, what do you need? And they kind of are dominating my life right now, so I need to get that in check, because I do need to work, and I do need to focus on my brand, not just for me, but for them too in the long run. You know, I'm building something that'll benefit them, which is my ultimate goal. So it's just been a strange week. It's been one of those weeks where doesn't matter how much you try, you just can't get anything accomplished. So, gotten to the point where I've given up this week, and this past week, I keep saying this week is just starting. Last week I just kind of was like, you know what, we'll try again next week. So here we are, it's a new week. Hopefully I can get a lot done. I'm thinking about expanding my channel. It's going to be kind of like an all about me, embrace yourself channel, where I just kind of, anything that I love and anything positive and wonderful I'm going to put on my channel. And it's just going to be all aspects of my crazy mind. I think that that'll be a lot of fun. I want to start doing some photo shoots during the week. Like, just kind of like artistic concepts when it comes to photo shoots. I just want to start pushing myself more. I think that it's easy for us to get caught in a rut. It's easy for us to get caught in somewhere comfortable where everything's kind of going okay, so we don't challenge it, because it's like we don't want it to get worse, so let's not challenge it. But by not challenging ourselves, we may never reach our full potential. It's kind of like when I worked at the bike shop. Most of you know, I don't know if all of you know, but most of you know that I was kind of the assistant manager overall. I was the service manager, the parts manager, the merchandising manager, as well as service, parts, and merchandising salesman and person at a Indian motorcycle shop. So, and it also we dealt in pre-owned, so it wasn't just one brand of motorcycle, one model of motorcycle. It was like that and then everything else. So, and when I first took that position, I thought about it for a really long time, because I was like, you know, I know enough about cars. I'm not super car savvy. I'd like to know more. But when it came to motorcycles, that was never a big thing in my family, because my mom was always very anti-motorcycle. So I was like, I'm going into this completely blind. But then I thought to myself, well, I was originally told I'd be the merchandising manager, and I was like, well, I'm going to be in charge of like all the clothing and accessories, so I'm still going to be somewhere, you know, where I can learn slowly, but it's not going to necessarily be my job. Boy, was I wrong. I quickly found out, before our shop was even fully built, that I was also going to be the service manager and parts manager. And I was like, I don't know anything about any of this stuff, and I was panicking, but it's like, at what point do you allow that panic to no longer control your decisions? Because panic usually controls a lot of my decisions. Like, something will come up, and then I'll panic over all the negatives that could happen without even considering any positives. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm a sinking ship. There's no way I can survive this one. And I panic, and I try to abandon ship immediately, instead of saying, you know what, this might be a little challenging, but I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow. It's going to be good for me. And so I did. I knew that it was something I needed to do for me and my kids. I needed to go to that next level. I needed to do something more than working where I was. So I went on ahead and I took it. And it was really scary the more I found out about what my job was going to consist of. But it was like, do I challenge myself, or do I come up with some bullshit excuse and bail, right? And miss out on this huge opportunity for me and my kids. So I decided to challenge myself, and it had a lot of ups and downs. I had weeks where I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I felt like a moron. I felt like I wasn't good at my job. I felt like I fucked up more than I actually was able to do. But then the more, I got into my groove and got into the swing of things and started understanding things, I realized that my fear of that challenge made me miss actually looking at that challenge in front of me. And if I would have just stopped being so afraid, then maybe I would have realized sooner that it wasn't going to be any big deal and I could have saved myself all that stress. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of at that point again with myself where it's like, I'm going to step outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to step outside of my box and I'm going to take this thing to a whole nother level. Like, I've gone through a lot of changes over the past 3 years. I went straight from pinup modeling to becoming this individual, like my own person, and I knew that it was going to be a hard adjustment, not for me, but for my followers, just because when you see a person that you look up to through like social media or a musical artist or an actor, or you view that person the way you see them, and you rely on that person and you count on that person, and that person helps you through certain situations, and you come to know that person as that visual as much as that comfort, that emotional comfort or mental comfort as well. So when they change that outer, when they start changing, you start panicking because you're like, no, you can't change, I need you. So I knew that people who relied on me for certain things in when I was dominantly pinup were going to start panicking because they felt like they might lose something that I helped them with. So I'm hoping, that as I grow and I continue to make myself more understood and more clear, and you guys really start connecting with who I am as a person through how honest I am, through all the posts that I do, that I'm hoping that you guys will come to see that I'm a person that you can grow with as well and connect with as well. And no matter what I look like on the outside, I'm always going to be somebody who can offer some type of word or support. And it's a scary thing. I'm really loving where I'm at, and I've never been more confident about me, about my body, about my spirit, my energy. I'm really confident and comfortable in myself right now, and I just want to keep sharing that with you guys. And it can be scary to go down new avenues and to embrace new things, but I'm going to be trying some things out, and ultimately it's just going to be love and light. I don't think the world has enough of that, so I'm just going to keep sharing amazing things with you guys that I love, sharing myself, being a real source for you guys as a human being, and I think that we all just need to step outside that box. Let's try stepping outside that box this week. Let's try embracing the fear instead of letting the fear hold us back and freeze us in that one spot. I'm going to really try to make some big strides this week, and hopefully next Monday I'll have some good news for you guys, and I'll be like, I'm working on this project, I posted this video, y'all. But I'm really proud of myself because I haven't missed a Monday Coffee or a Daily Dose of Doll Wednesday since I started 3 weeks ago. I think this is my fourth week. This is my fourth coffee video. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback that you guys are happy my videos are back and that I'm doing these. So I'm going to keep at it. I'd really love your love and support on my channel. I'm going to be doing some upgrades and some refreshing on it, so make sure you subscribe. If you don't know who I am, hi, it's nice to meet you if this is the first video. Make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Feel free to leave a comment below on any life struggles that we should talk about. I would love to talk about them on my show and hopefully help you and anybody else struggling with that. But I love your faces. Remember, it's Monday. We have all week to make it amazing. I got you. You got me. We got each other. And I will see you guys Wednesday for a Daily Dose of Doll. This week on Daily Dose of Doll, we're going to be talking about fake friendships. I had a request from a lovely lady who follows me if I could talk about fake friendships. And I haven't dealt with a lot of friendships, seeing that I was homeschooled, but I can definitely talk about some instances where bitches be salty and fake, and it definitely rubs me the wrong way. So I will be back Wednesday. I hope you guys tune in. And that's it, I guess. Cheers to another week of being fucking amazing. And if you cry, don't feel bad. Just put some glitter on it. It absorbs it great. I love you guys. Bye!